Hey guys, it's Sandy. So let's talk about how we can eat carbs. I know a lot of people seem to be afraid of carbs, and they're not bad for us as long as we do it the right way. So let me give you a few tips, and a simple change could actually lower your blood sugar throughout the day. This simple change could also have a long-lasting positive impact on your health. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to talk about a carb and how to eat it in a different way so that you're not getting those blood glucose spikes. There's something called eating carbs naked or eating them unopposed. So what happens is you eat a carb. This is fruit. Fruit's very good for you, but it's also going to cause a blood sugar spike in your body. When you eat any of these, glucose is released and used for energy in the body. So it goes into the muscles, goes into the liver. But after the liver and the muscles are done with it, it takes the excess sugar that your body does not need and it stores it as fat in your body. Because your body thinks, hey, I need to keep this and hold on to this for long term that I might need this fat. That's not what you want. We don't want blood sugar spikes all day long. It doesn't matter if you are really thin or if you're heavy, diabetic, whatever. This is a healthier approach. And it's very simple. It's called don't eat naked carbs. Anytime you eat a carb is add a fat or a protein to it. You never want to eat it all by itself. So this is a Honeycrisp apple. It's my favorite kind of apples. It's going to really change if I add some peanut butter or almond butter to it. So I've got a carb and a fat and protein. I could also have my Honeycrisp apple and eat some cheese with it. A few slices of a good cheddar cheese or any kind of cheese that you love is going to give some good fat, good protein. And what it's going to do is slow down that insulin response because you don't want that big sugar spike. Let's talk about some different foods that you can do, okay? So obviously the apple, I told you we can do nuts, you could do peanut butter, you could do almond butter, or you could do a piece of cheese with it. That way you're going to stay more full and satisfied because if you only eat a carb all by itself, you're also going to have that sugar spike and you're going to feel hungry. Okay, let's say if you're going to have oranges, what could you have with it? Grab yourself some nuts. Grab yourself pistachios or some walnuts. You don't need a whole handful. You just need a serving of nuts. Look and see what it is on the back of your package. Have a few. It's going to be enough that you're not going to have just a big sugar spike. Let's move on. People are afraid of eating potatoes. Potatoes are not bad for us. Now, there are better potatoes for us. Sweet potato, purple potatoes, like Yukon Gold potatoes. Those are creamier. They also don't have as much of a blood sugar spike when you eat them. Idaho potatoes, which is what we're most used to. These are the driest potato, and they also do cause the biggest spike in your blood sugar, but they're not bad for us. Potatoes are still good, but you know what this will do? If you eat this potato, it is going to cause a blood sugar spike. But what you need to do is add some kind of fat. Now, I don't mean like ranch dressing all over the top of it because that's just made with soybean oils and I don't even know, canola oils. It's not good for you. Butter, actual real butter. We've got to get back to real food. Butter is so important. I heard this person say 2026 needs to be the year of butter. We've got to get back to healthy animal fats, and butter is not bad for us. The margarine out of that tub, that's bad for us. The spreadable butter, it's not good for you. Get yourself some actual butter. Grass-fed butter is best. I love the Amish roll butter. That's really good. It has a good amount of butter fat. What happens is you're putting this fat on your potato and you're slowing down that spike. Now, something else is the order you eat it in. I am going to teach that next. The science behind of it is really, really good. Right now, though, we're just talking about naked carbs or eating carbs unopposed. So I'm going to put our potatoes aside with our butter. Now I'm going to go on to pasta. A lot of people love pasta. Well, I told you that we don't want to eat a carb unopposed or naked by itself. So we would want to have sauce with it. There's the tomato base. Add some beef. So you've got a protein also. You know what? You're still going to have a spike in your blood sugar with this pasta because it's something that will cause a big blood sugar spike. I'm going to teach the next video about the order that you eat food. I'm not against all the fad diets, but we got to get back to eating actual real food and feeling good. And if you don't want a blood sugar spike, It's super simple. You eat a salad first, because if you eat your fiber first and then your proteins, it actually slows down your meal so you don't have a big sugar spike. But if you were having pasta, I would make absolutely for sure that I was having some kind of salad or some kind of cucumbers or something, eating with it so you have some kind of fiber. And then along with that, you want to add some kind of sauce and a protein. And you know what? Some people like to eat butter on their pasta too. So that is at least a fat. It's going to slow it down some so you don't have as big of a spike. But pasta is going to cause a spike. So just make sure when you're having it, have a serving size. In America, a serving size is a bowl this big. That is not the way it is. Whenever we went to Italy for the first time, I was like, that's it. They brought a pasta bowl. It was like literally like this big. And I was like, that's it? Because they don't have these huge bowls of pasta. And if they did bring the bigger bowls of pasta, they were full of seafood and vegetables and that kind of thing in them. We just do it the wrong way in America. Okay, so now let's talk about if you want to have some chips. I don't want to take away all the food that people love to eat. So I'm going to tell you a better way to do it. So if you're going to have some chips, just take out some of the chips, put on your plate, and then you need some source of a protein or a fat to go with it so that you don't have this major carb insulin spike in your body. I just grabbed some salami. So I just took some salami and just rolled it up. This is a great source of fat and protein right here. It's going to slow down the response of having chips. So if you are sitting on the couch and you get the munchies and you want to grab some chips, just make sure and grab something, a piece of cheese, some salami, something to go with it so you don't eat a naked carb. Another great thing that you can add to just about anything you eat to slow down the naked carbs is an egg. I don't have them hard boiled right now, but if you just have hard boiled eggs in your refrigerator, that is great. Grab an apple, grab an egg, and chow down. Grab some grapes, grab whatever kind of fruit you want, and grab a boiled egg, and you are going to slow down that response. Another easy thing you can do is maybe you want a cookie, and that's what you want for your snack or something. You know what you can do? Grab some yogurt and have some yogurt with it so that you have a source of protein and you have a source of fat right along with that. So some of these really good things that you can put with any carb so that you feel a little fuller and you don't have that big insulin spike is nuts, yogurt, any kind of nut butter, eggs. I pulled up some meat, some salami. If you love cottage cheese, that's a good fat and protein to put with something. So you can just grab a few bites of your cottage cheese. And if you have some carb source, then make sure and have some meat with it. So maybe you're going to have some rice. You can't just eat a bowl of rice all by itself, or you're going to have a really big insulin spike. We don't want that to get into our bodies and store as fat. And we also don't want an overload onto our heart. So make sure that you are putting some chicken with it, some broccoli with it, some kind of vegetables with it, something like that, just so you're not eating a naked carb. So here are just some options to always add whenever you are eating a carb. It's a simple change and it really will change your health. Okay, you guys, I hope this was helpful, and I hope now that you think before you eat that carb, what kind of protein or fat can I put this with this so I don't have that big sugar response in my body? All right, that's all I have for now. Next video, I'm going to do about how you can eat foods a meal and not have such a big sugar response. Until next time, I'm out.